Nurse Felix, please bring 2 units of Black Lotus concentrate to room 11. 2 units of Black Lotus concentrate to room 11, please.
Dr. Thraa. Dr. Thraa, I think patient 3 Delta is waking up finally.
Finally. It's about time. How long have they been out?
Intake records indicate that they arrived at the General Processing Office 3 weeks ago. Internal objective time. No way to quite tell what that comes to in the waking world without sticking a head out to look, but...
3 weeks. That's an unusually long time to be integrated into the clinic construct without waking up. You're sure they've been asleep this whole time?
Let me double check that. I wouldn't call it sleeping. More like unconscious. Monitor records aren't showing any brainwave activity related to regular sleeping. Just this same unconscious pattern for the last 3 weeks. From their arrival at General up until just a few minutes ago. Then it switches over to a regular garden variety REM state pattern. Whatever their body is doing in the waking world, they're having their first dream in weeks.
Which would equate to their waking up here at the clinic at long last. We'll have to look into that matter at some point. First, we must make sure they don't require any immediate special treatment. Human, can you hear the sound of my voice?
I think they can hear you, Doctor, but they may be having trouble speaking. It looks like they're trying to, but they can't get the sounds to come out.
After effects of being unconscious for so long inside the construct, I imagine. Human, I'm assuming you can hear me. My name is Dr. Thraa. My assistant, whose voice you've been hearing, is Nurse Avi. We are medical professionals here in the Special Care Unit of the Dream Clinic. The Dream Clinic is a place where dreaming humans are brought for various medical procedures to be performed upon them while they sleep. Most humans only perceive it as a dream, and many do not remember it after waking. But it is an actual real place. For a given value of real, that is. Most humans who come here do so shortly after entering a dreaming state, when the clinic's collection algorithms make their regular sweeps to gather up new or returning patients. Upon being fully integrated into the construct, the dreamer awakens in an examination room, where they are then examined and treated as necessary. In your case, you arrived here unconscious, and remained so for 3 weeks following full integration. This is highly unusual, and we'd like to find out why it has happened. But that can wait until we've given you an examination yourself to determine what effects, if any, this exceptional period of non-waking integration has had on you. Nurse Avi, please dial the room lights down low.
Yes, Doctor.
We can both get on well enough in near darkness, but I want to uncover the patient's eyes so I can have a look at them. And they may as well be able to see what's going on around them while they're here.
Nurse Penny, please bring a Class 3 degloving apparatus to room 14. A Class 3 degloving apparatus to room 14, please.
Human, I'm going to remove this blindfold that's been put over your eyes. But before I do, I want to make sure that you are well informed about the sights that will be revealed to you. You're going to see a small medical suite, One that wouldn't look all that out of place in one of the more advanced hospitals in your waking world. Lots of monitors and displays on the walls, and some very elaborate and expensive-looking instruments and equipment hanging on movable arms from the ceiling. It's going to be very dim in here, so that your eyes won't have to strain themselves to adjust to it. But what is probably going to disturb you the most is the physical appearance of my assistant and myself. We are demons, Nurse Avi and I, not in a colloquial sense as understood by humans. No horns, spiked tails, fiery eyes, that sort of thing. Although there are many demons who do look exactly like that. No, demon is just the general catch-all term our kind uses for the various entities who inhabit the dreamlands and the chaos realms down here at this level of reality. Entities of practically infinite physical descriptions and habits. Nurse Avi and I are both of a generally humanoid, human-sized body plan. For myself, I display many of the traits a human would associate with various types of lizards. Nurse Beatrice tells me I look like a wrinkly, overgrown, super-intelligent gecko in a lab coat. That's not an unfair description, I might add. Nurse Avi, in contrast, is not scaly or wrinkly at all, but quite smooth-surfaced. He is my own creation. An autonomous virtual intelligence, hence the acronym AVI, or AVI. His body is constructed from a bone-like material mined in the Chaos realms, and shaped into the semblance of a humaniform structure. He might pass for some sort of futuristic design of robot or android in your waking world. Now, human, you have been informed of the sights which await you in this room. I trust you can conduct yourself in a calm and rational manner once the sights are revealed to you. Nurse Avi, would you turn off the restraining field around the patient's head and neck?
Are you sure, Doctor? What if they try to bite you? Remember what happened to Dr. Shrian?
You are so right, Nurse Avi. What if they bite me? Where, oh where, would I possibly find competent medical care in this place?
Ah, sarcasm. Very good, Doctor. Point taken. I will turn off the restraining field.
I will now slowly remove the blindfold. The room is quite dim now, so you should be able to look around without discomfort.
Dr. Shothor, please proceed to room 27. Your next patient has been integrated into the construct and is ready for their examination. Dr. Shothor, proceed to room 27, please.
Take your time looking around, human. We want you to feel at ease in what must certainly be a disconcerting and unfamiliar environment. You must be feeling thirsty after being unconscious so long, even within a dream state construct. I will fetch a small amount of water for you to drink. Nurse Avi, I am thinking now that I would very much like to find out more about the patient's activities just prior to their entrance and integration into the clinic. I want you to perform a scanning dive. Follow their dream self-connection to their corporeal body, and find out what you can about their condition and circumstance. I will remain here and tend to them while you are absent.
Yes, Doctor. I'll get right on that. Be back in a bit.
Here is some water for you, human. I'll position this tube so that you can sip from it by turning your head. It won't flow very fast, but you don't need to be drinking a lot of water just yet. Slow and easy does it. And please try not to stir yourself from the examination table. I have released the restraining field around your head and your neck, but the rest of your body must remain immobilized in the field for now. A little more water, yes. Do you feel better now? Good, good. Do you feel quite equal to the task of speaking yet? You need not try for more than a whisper. Not quite yet. No worries. Nurse Avi has gone to take a look at your corporeal body in the waking world, wherever it may happen to be. Hopefully that can tell us something about why you have been here so long, and why you remained unconscious for so long after integration. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'll try to phrase them so that a yes or no answer will be sufficient for a response, and you can signify by nodding or shaking your head. Is that something you feel you can do? Yes. Good.
Nurse Beatrice, please bring 5 units of batrachotoxin analog to Rest and Recovery Suite 4. 5 units of batrachotoxin analog to Rest and Recovery Suite 4, please.
Sometimes I want to rip those PA speakers right off the wall. Clinic policy or not, my patients do not need to hear about every single horrible instrument or substance that someone needs brought to a room. Be proud, Kalather. The questions, right? Let me gather my wits about me once more. Do you remember experiencing any head trauma in the last few weeks? A sudden fall, a vehicle accident, anything that might have resulted in a concussion? Nothing? Have you had any difficulty in getting to sleep in that same time period? No head trauma and no difficulty in sleeping. Do you remember having any particularly vivid or troubling dreams recently? A yes to that one. Now, this may be a foolish question on my part, as the clinic records do not show that you were experiencing any sort of dream state activity during your time here, up until the moment you awoke in this room. Do you recall any sort of dreams or visions of any kind during the interval between waking up here and when you last remember being awake? You do? Well, that's something at least. Though it's interesting that you recall something from an interval of time when you should have been more or less incapable of dreaming. Perhaps your dream self was not fully connected to either your waking body or to the clinic construct algorithms.
Dr. Thraa, I've got some information to report.
Go ahead, Nurse Avi.
I've located Patient 3 Delta's corporeal body in the waking world. It's not pretty.
Well, that's not reassuring. Please go on.
Well, they are in a hospital in the intensive care unit, and they are still alive, so there's that. They're pretty messed up, though. Just from what I can see from scanning through the bandages. They've got multiple broken bones, several contusions, some sort of very colorful bruise directly over their liver, and their head looks like it's been used for some sort of sports ball. Also, they have severe burns over about half of their body, most of both legs, and a large swath along the lower torso. It looks really bad.
Are there any signs of infection, sepsis, anything besides the symptoms of the initial trauma?
Not that I can tell without a very minute inspection, and that will take time we may not have. I did access the hospital's information systems and found out how the patient got here, though. It seems they were involved in an automobile accident. Multiple vehicles, 2 deaths, several serious injuries besides our own patient. One of the vehicles caught fire just after the accident, and patient 3 Delta was one of the ones who got burned before being extracted from their own vehicle. Currently, they are being fed intravenously, and there seem to be no obvious signs of malnutrition. They are unconscious, though, and their records indicate they've been in a comatose state since arriving at the hospital. No response at all to outside stimuli, and their burns are showing no signs of active healing.
I can work with that. Is there a convenient area of exposed and bare skin visible on the patient, Nurse Avi?
The left arm appears undamaged and is laying atop the bed covers in full view, Doctor.
Stand by, Nurse Avi. I'm going to test the clinic's connection between the patient's dream self and their corporeal form. Human, I am going to deactivate the restraining field surrounding your left arm. I want to try a few things to see how well connected you may be to your body in the waking world. Can you move your arm of your own volition, human? Just a weak fumbling and twitching of the fingers, I see. Just relax then. Nurse Avi, anything?
The patient's fingers moved a bit just now, but only a little bit.
Nurse Royal, please bring 1 colony of medical-grade Lacerta worms to room 6. 1 colony of medical-grade Lacerta worms to room 6, please.
Who in the 9 realms is using Lacerta worms here in the clinic? I must remember to speak to Dr. Shapur about that. Nurse Avi,
Yes, Doctor.
I'm going to manipulate the patient's arm myself. Please let me know what movements result, if any. Human, I'm going to take hold of your left arm and slowly move it about. Please shake your head twice if you experience any discomfort or pain. Now, slowly opening the fingers of the hand, turning the palm to face upwards, bending the arm at the elbow, straightening, turning the palm back downward, raising the entire arm slightly, and lowering it again. Did you follow all of that, Nurse Avi?
Followed it all, Doctor. Every motion you indicated was mirrored by the patient's corporeal body. Dream self to corpus connection seems fairly strong. Are you planning what I think you're planning?
I am, Nurse Avi. Regenerative dream therapy. Please make another inspection of the patient and their condition, and familiarize yourself further with their medical records, and then return to the special care unit. I think we can help this unfortunate human.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, human, I do hope that news was not overly distressing. I take it you heard Nurse Avi relating your condition? Yes, well, at least you are here and awake, in a manner of speaking, since this really is sort of a dream, and not trapped in the wreck of your body, unable to perceive your surroundings and probably racked with excruciating pain. You aren't feeling any pain in the areas Nurse Avi mentioned, are you? No pain, no discomfort, no unusual sensations? No. That is wonderful news. For it means that while your dream self is connected to your corporeal form, the conduit for activity seems to be operating in one direction only. Motions of your body within the dream state have an identical effect on your waking body, but the pain from your physical injuries is not translating from your waking body to the dream state here. This will make the procedure much less unpleasant. What I propose to do is to enact a therapeutic process upon your dream self here in the clinic that will in turn accelerate the healing process of the burned and damaged parts of your corporeal form. I will need a few minutes to collect the materials required, and I shall have to requisition some of them from the supply office. Are you generally comfortable, human? Would you like some more water? Let me know if that runs out, and I'll get some more. I'll be needing the dermal regeneration apparatus, several units of dermal stem cell cultures, and 3 units of a specific type of mimetic nightmare extract. A few other sundry items. Nurse Harbatkin,
Yes, Dr. Thraa.
I need a Sastron class dermal regeneration kit brought to the Special Care Unit, Suite 8. And for the love of Ned, please don't ask Nurse Penny to bring it down here. My patient is of a rather delicate disposition, and Nurse Penny's presence is rather intimidating. If possible, have Nurse Beatrice or Nurse Willin bring the apparatus. I think they are far less likely to upset the patient.
Patient 3 Delta, the coma patient from 3 weeks ago?
Yes, the very same.
One moment, Doctor. I'll see who's available. Nurse Wolin is the closest to the Special Care Unit supply office. I'll have her bring the apparatus to you. Nurse Wolin, please bring a Sastron class dermal regeneration kit to Special Care Unit Suite 8. A Sastron class dermal regeneration kit to Special Care Unit Suite 8, please.
That takes care of the instruments and materials that aren't close to hand here in the suite. We should be able to begin as soon as the kit arrives.
I have returned, Dr. Thraa. Did I miss anything?
Nothing of note, Nurse Avi. I've ordered a dermal regeneration kit, and we should be able to begin soon.
Is there anything else we need for the procedure?
Nothing that isn't already close to hand. Will you release the remaining segments of the restraining field? We'll need unimpeded access to the patient, and I highly doubt they're going to attempt violence or escape. They are currently still too weak to do much of anything, unfortunately. But hopefully, we'll be able to revive and repair them, and get them back to their proper place in the waking world.
So it is to be hoped. But regenerative dream therapy can be a stressful process for most humans. ought to take all the steps we can to make the procedure as relaxing as possible. Might I suggest some ambient music while we work?
A splendid idea. Perhaps some rhythmic drums and flutes. Perhaps some of the demonic choir songs from the Cathedral of Knowledge in Carcery.
I was thinking something a little more mundane. Something more familiar to the human ear. Perhaps. Yes. I've come across a fascinating musical group during my time delving into the information systems of the waking world. Their sound is interesting, to say the least. They call themselves the Dread Pirate Robots. Human, I do not know if these musicians are known to you specifically, but it should at least be of a style familiar to you. I will initiate a sequence of some of their works. It ought to help take your mind off the less enjoyable aspects of your situation. Beginning playback now. There. That should help you to relax a bit.
Here's the dermal regeneration kit you requested, Dr. Thraa. Need anything else? I'm about to go off duty.
Nothing else at present, nursewoman. Are you all right? You look a little tired.
I'll be fine, Doctor. Like I said, I'm going off duty. Catch a little nap and I'll be fine. Been awake for 2 weeks straight is all. We've been busy lately. A lot of dreamers to process.
Get some rest, nursewoman.
I bet I can take a nap in the janitorial closet. Yeah, I could use the mop as a pillow, and that'll totally work. If I take a nap for 15.6 minutes, I should be good for the next 18.97 hours. It's a hot dog sandwich.
She looks dreadful.
She always looks like that. Tired and worn, but grimly determined to carry on. She is one of the unsung heroes of the Dream Clinic. Now, shall we begin the procedure?
Oh, right. Yes, let's begin.
Human, we're going to start on the process of repairing your damaged skin. Some of this may be rather disturbing to you, at least visually. I would suggest closing your eyes for the duration. On a more positive note, because of the fundamental nature of the procedure we are performing, I can guarantee that you will feel no pain from it. There may be a phantom sensation of cold, perhaps a mild tingling or prickling sensation in the affected areas, but the procedure will cause no actual pain. Nurse Avi, be so good as to interface with the suite's imaging equipment and map out the patient's burn damage on their body. This will make the application of the dermal stem cells much easier and more accurate and efficient.
Yes, Doctor. Interfacing now.
And while that is going, I will prepare a solution of various ingredients that I will feed to you after the regeneration process. It will take a short period of time to mix and heat up, but once it has simmered for a time, it will transform from a rather unappetizing glop into a mixture that you might find quite familiar. The purpose of the mixture is to treat some of the internal injuries I suspect you have sustained from your accident, based on the description given to me by Nurse Avi. head trauma, and that disturbing section of bruising over your liver. My concoction of ingredients will treat all of that, and quite handily too. Intensely specialized dream clinic naturopathic medicine. I think you'll find it surprisingly pleasant.
Nurse Long, please bring a Lambda Class Velveteen Rabbit to Rest and Recovery Suite 1. A Lambda Class Velveteen Rabbit to Rest and Recovery Suite 1, please.
Mapping complete. I took the liberty of displaying the damaged areas in a uniform, calming blue color. It will make the extent of the bodily trauma look a little less horrible, just in case the patient can't help but peek.
A most compassionate thought, Nurse Hobby. Now that we can see exactly what we're working with. Human, are you ready to begin? As I said, there will be no pain. It will still be a disturbing event. Very well. We shall proceed. Nurse Avi, there are 3 units of mimetic nightmare extract in the dermal regeneration kit. Please select the unit marked A and affix the seals to the patient's forehead. This will create an additional connection between your dream self here and your corporeal form. You may find yourself becoming aware of the general state of your waking body in a rather detached and dreamlike fashion. Specifically, you are going to become more aware of the damage that has occurred to you.
Unit in place, Doctor.
Good. Look, already the burned areas and other external trauma are becoming more visible beneath the mapping overlay. Next, I want you to take the unit marked B and affix that unit to the lower abdomen, just below the navel scar. Be sure to activate the secondary seals as well.
Done and done.
That unit will begin the process of detaching the damaged sections of skin from the patient's body. Not a particularly pleasant process to observe, but a necessary one and a quick one. One moment. I must set this liquid concoction on the slow burner to finish heating. Good, very good. The burned sections of skin are sloughing off in large, even segments, as clean as one could wish. No, human, please. Keep your eyes closed if you can at all help it. You really don't want to see this. Nurse Avi, please collect up all of that discarded tissue and get rid of it. I will apply the dermal stem cell cultures to the skinless areas. These dermal stem cells will quickly spread out to cover the areas on your body which are currently lacking in skin. Essentially, they'll be growing a new skin for you, based partly on your own body's genetic blueprint, and partially on your own mental image of how your body should look.
That's the last of it, Doctor. All the discarded skin tissue has been dealt with.
Splendid. You can apply the rest of the dermal stem cell units. Just pour them over any of the exposed tissue. The stem cells will spread quickly.
Yes, Doctor. It looks like the new tissue is quite healthy. There are several places along the edge of the burned over areas where the new skin is already blending seamlessly with the old. Yes, this is coming along quite nicely. I'm going to apply the last of the stem cell units too. this area. It's the last place that's still looking a bit slow to grow over.
Excellent. We'll give that another minute or two to finish spreading and blending. I will now affix the C unit of mimetic nightmare extract to the area just over your liver. The place where it looks like someone tried to stab you with a very large blunt rock. This won't do everything needed to fix up your insides as they really require, but it will do a lot to get your body's own healing systems headed in the right direction. In order to complete the process of skin regeneration, as well as healing up that damaged liver area, it will be necessary for me to pass an electric current through your body for a few seconds. You will feel a slight twitching and tingling in your body as the current passes through you, especially in the damaged portions of your body.
Nurse Penny, please bring a number 3 tonsil guillotine to room 19. A number 3 tonsil guillotine to room 19, please.
The current will interact with the various units of mimetic nightmare extract to accelerate the healing process being transferred between your dream self and your waking body. The electrodes in the examination table will attach themselves to various points on your body now. Current will begin in 3, 2, 1. And done. The new skin cells have now been fully integrated into your dream self identity, and so the connection to your waking form will have received the new skin as well. Everything looks much less horrible now. You may open your eyes if you like. Now, for the rest of the damage to your body. Here is that mixture of various substances that I was blending earlier. It has finished simmering, and has turned out just as I had hoped. I have poured it off into a large, flexible bowl with a long straw end to allow for easy consumption. Turn your head to one side, human, and I will help you to take a drink. The mixture is comfortably warm, but not too hot to consume. Yes, not too much. Take it slowly. I see the smallest hint of a smile on your face, human. Have you recognized the flavor and aroma? Familiar, yes. It is my own recipe. Extremely similar in flavor, smell, texture, and ingredients to what you might know as chicken soup. Here, have a bit more. You will be feeling the warmth of the soup spreading through you presently. It's going to flow through your body, bringing a general feeling of drowsiness and well-being. You will also start to feel a warm, tingly feeling in the areas where your waking body is damaged. Yes, human, we are getting you fixed right up. Worry not. Have some more soup. Your waking body is even now absorbing the healing virtues of your treatment here at the clinic. Are you starting to feel the warmth spreading into your limbs? A few more sips. Yes. You will find your eyes are beginning to feel heavy. Another effect of the soup, and of the healing process as a whole. You're going to be getting quite sleepy soon. Once you're fully asleep, your dream self will be detached from the dream clinic construct and returned to your corporeal body. And when you wake up there, You will be pleasantly surprised to find that your broken and damaged body, comatose these last 3 weeks, has undergone a sudden and miraculous recovery. I'm certain your doctors will be surprised as well. A little more soup now. Yes. Close your eyes. Just relax and let yourself fade into sleep. Warm, comfortable, restful sleep.
And here is one more thing to take with you, human. I've been told these sorts of things are very effective at speeding recovery time and increasing physical and emotional well-being after an injury. It is a small adhesive bandage with a cartoon-styled image of Dr. Flenzer's cat Noodles displayed on the center of it. I'm going to place it on your forehead, just above your right eyebrow. I hope it helps you to feel better when you wake up. Now go to sleep and have peaceful dreams.
Sleep well, human. We both wish you good luck in your continuing recovery. Sleep now. Sleep.
Dr. Ngimba, please proceed to surgical theater number 5. Your patient has completed the final preparatory procedures and is ready for surgery. Dr. Ngimba, proceed to surgical theater number 5, please.